So, when you're looking at the teams that had potentially the worst offseason in the NBA, you might have to start with the Detroit Pistons. They let go of their best player from the 2020 season in Christian Wood to the Houston Rockets. They drafted a undersized center who can't shoot with the 16th overall pick. They gave Mason Plumlee $8 million a year. They gave Jeremy Grant $20 million a year. There was just some questionable decisions out of Detroit in the offseason. But one move that I absolutely loved was them drafting Killian Hayes at pick 7. So if you guys know, Killian Hayes was in my top 5. He was my 4th ranked prospect going into this draft. And I'm a huge fan of his game, and we're just going to be building around him mainly today. At shooting guard, it's not Derrick Rose. I don't know why he's a shooting guard. We are going to probably trade Derrick Rose at the deadline, trying to get a pick for him before he's a unrestricted free agent. They did pick up DeLon Wright from the Mavericks, which is a low-key kind of nice move. He'll be the backup point guard for the next 2 years. They did waive Zaire Smith, but I was going to sign him anyway to bring him back just because he has a high upside, low risk potential as a wing. I kind of view him more of a small forward, but he is a little bit undersized at 6'3". Hey, if he cracks the rotation at some point in this video, I'll take it. I'm going to give him minutes in year 1. If he can develop enough to be like an 8th or 9th man on a good team, that's a plus for me. They want to go Jeremy Grant at small forward, and honestly, let's try it out. They also have Josh Jackson and Justin Jackson, Svi Mikhailiuk, a bunch of like good college players in Kansas here. 2 Kansas players actually, and a UNC player that never really translated to the NBA. Svi is probably the most promising out of all these guys because he's a good 3-point shooter. But we're going to play the $20 million man at the small forward spot because at power forward, we got Blake, who has 1 year left on his deal. I believe he has a player option next year, which hurts. He's going to opt into that most likely. We have Saddiq Bey as well at the 4, and Sekou Doumbouya, 2 young guys that I want to give minutes to. And at the 5, we have Mason Plumlee and Jahlil Okafor, who I don't even think I'm going to play because we have to play so many guys. Like, this is 1, 2 in the rotation, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess 7 there, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have so many guys to play. I mean, if I can move Derrick Rose right now, I will. I want to see if I can bang out this trade with the Philadelphia 76ers. Derrick Rose, Dejan Musa for Mike Scott, Tony Bradley, and the Sixers 2021 unprotected first. This is actually a trade I would love to see the Sixers do in real life, maybe towards the trade deadline, as Mike Scott matches up pretty well with Derrick Rose. You only need to throw in really one more guy. So I would do this for us because we get an unprotected first round pick for somebody that I didn't plan on re-signing, and they agree to that. Let's go. I love Derrick Rose. He was great in Detroit, but as a rebuilding team, we need to get the assets rather than having a 32-year-old who's going to leave for us in free agency. All right, guys, so here is the rotation. There's just so many guys that need to get minutes. So we're giving Killian the second most minutes, starting point guard, Zaire Smith starting shooting guard, Jeremy Grant the most minutes, $20 million man getting 33 a night. You have Blake Griffin getting 30 minutes, Mason Plumlee getting 25. That's the starting 5. Not very good. And I forgot that Tony Bradley was actually traded to the Pistons from the Jazz, I believe, and then they ended up flipping him to Philly, and then we got him back, which is kind of funny. So our bench is, oh, never mind. Okay, Jahlil Okafor, you know what? I'm going to give him like 10 minutes a night, actually. Okay, I actually didn't realize he was getting that many minutes. That's actually kind of huge. 1 second. So the bench is actually going to be 20 minutes to these 3 young guys into Sekou Doumbouya, Saddiq Bey, and Isaiah Stewart. And then we'll have DeLon Wright, Svi Mikhailiuk, and Jahlil Okafor. Josh Jackson won't be playing much. Saban Lee, I do want to send to the G League. Their second round pick out of Vanderbilt, correct? Yeah, Vanderbilt. So, I'm going to sign him for the... no, he's got a 2-way. So it's just a 1 year. I mean, let me try this as an experiment. Let's sign up for the remainder of the year. Just kidding. Let me release... oh, boy. Who do I release? I'm going to release Tony Bradley. We just don't need him. So let me sign up for the remainder of the year. And then I'm going to send him to the G League. We'll see how he does there. And yeah, we can check out the assistant proficiency under Dwayne Casey. I don't think he's going to be our coach for much longer. This might be his last year as a Pistons coach. And for the power rankings, I'm guessing we're going to be bad. Yeah, we're coming in at 26. 2K Sports, I'm surprised 26 is kind of high. I feel like we might be the worst team in the league. 2K Sports has us at 18. Yeah, I don't see us winning more than 30 games. Not even 25, really. So we ended up as the second worst team in the Eastern Conference this year. 27th in the overall NBA power rankings. No awards here. Obviously, Killian Hayes doesn't get Rookie of the Year, or Jeremy Grant doesn't get Most Improved Player. We did have, I guess, one major injury. I'm pretty sure Svi Mikhailiuk broke his leg, and Isaiah Stewart also had an injury to end the year. Killian Hayes, not on All-Rookie First Team, or Saddiq Bey, or Isaiah Stewart. And we don't get anybody on All-Rookie Second Team either. Damn. So obviously we didn't make the playoffs. I do want to see where we stand up into the rest of the NBA. Are we like the worst team in the league? Let me see. Record-wise, we ended up with the 3rd worst record in the NBA. Only the Thunder and the Hornets were worse than us. So if we take a look at the stats, Blake Griffin was our leading scorer. No surprise there, as he is still our quote-unquote best player. He wasn't really super efficient. I don't think he did well enough where he's confident to opt out. Jeremy Grant, 16.7 points, 4 rebounds. Not too bad, actually. 45 from the field, 33 from 3, 77 from the line. He's still only 27 years old. I liked what he did this year. Maybe he'll be the starting power forward next year when we move Saddiq Bey into the starting 5. As Saddiq Bey was pretty good for us. 14 points, 3 rebounds, almost 3.5. 45 from the field, though. 40 from 3, which is great. 81 from the line. Phenomenal efficiency from Saddiq this year. Killian Hayes, 12 points over that. 6 assists, 2 rebounds, over a steal. Not the best efficiency, but the free throw percentage being almost 88%. It really shows me promise that he will be a good three-point shooter in the NBA. I'm expecting a bigger jump next year from him. Maybe the injury really hurt that. Sekou Doumbouya, 10-5, 11-5. Not too inefficient. Solid year from the second-year man out of France. I forgot, yeah, we have 2 guys out of France now with Killian and Sekou. So, yeah, all these 3 guys, I mean, Mason Plumlee, he's just a backup center. He wasn't too bad as the starting center, but he can't be a starting center on a good team. There's Svi Mikhailiuk, DeLon Wright. Zaire Smith was pretty inefficient. Don't think he'll be back. And then there's Okafor and Isaiah Stewart. Wasn't very good. Not a fan of Isaiah Stewart. I mean, if we could trade him in the offseason, I might. I wasn't a fan of the pick in real life. And he's not working out for us in 2K so far, so he might get moved on draft night. We might try it. So the Philadelphia 76ers win it all. Joel Embiid is your finals MVP. They beat the Clippers in 5. So draft lottery time, we have the 3rd highest chance at the number 1 pick, or tied for number 1. Guys I would love to target here is Jalen Green and BJ Boston, 2 shooting guards that we could put next to Killian Hayes. So let's see. Do not drop me as my screenshots uploaded to Xbox Live. And we end up staying at 3. Okay, for a second I thought we dropped, but we stay at 3. I will take that. The Hornets go from 2 to 1. Thunder drop from 1 to 5. But I will take 3 because Cade will most likely go and we have a chance to get Jalen Green or BJ Boston. I'm going to fire Dwayne Casey. I just don't... I mean, like, we're going to be bad next year as well. So do I just keep him for a year? It's Oscar Fleming does not... He's a lazy scout with A- scouting. Damn. I'm going to fire my trainer, though, Carlos Lopez. Let's pick up Randy Martin. We'll keep, you know what, we'll keep the coaching staff for now because I don't plan on being good next year. We don't really need to sign anybody yet. We'll go out and we'll pay Abraham Navarro a lot of money. I mean, if we look at other head coaches that we can go after, Johnny Bryant, Mike Brown, Lionel Hollins would be really good, but he might just be not really fits our system too well. So yeah, I'm going to wait a year as we get Abraham Navarro and Randy Martin. As it's the NBA draft, and if we take a look at the mock drafts, Jalen Green's projected to go number 1. I would like BJ Boston out of Kentucky. We could target Evan Mobley as well. Jalen Green there, yeah. So it's pretty much whoever maybe the Cavs don't take if Cade goes 1. I would really like BJ Boston, but I don't know if he's going to fall to us at 3. But let's find out. So if we take a look at the first 2 picks, it went Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham. So I kind of get the guy I wanted. In BJ Boston, I'm going to take him out of Kentucky, correct? Yep. So we are going to take him at pick 3. But I might not be done yet. We also have the 30th pick from the 76ers as they won it all from the Derrick Rose trade. I think I'm going to acquire another first-round pick. We are going to offer the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have pick 15 from Miami, okay, Isaiah Stewart, and a second-round pick, that pick being 47. For the 15th pick, I believe this is, let me just actually double-check that. It is the 15th pick, so that would actually be 1 spot higher than what the Pistons took Isaiah Stewart at in the 2020 draft. In 2021 is a lot more loaded of a class. So I'm going to offer this to them, and they do accept that. I just want to get off Isaiah Stewart. I don't think he's going to be very good for us. And I hope he's a good player in real life, just in 2K. The efficiency from him in year 1 was just not very promising. So I'm just going to get off of him there. We could look at Orlando Robinson out of Fresno State here. Nafali Dante out of Oregon, right? Yeah, Oregon. Jamar Robinson Earl, Josh Christopher, Oscar Tshiebwe from West Virginia. But I'm going to take Orlando Robinson out of Fresno State. And with our 3rd and final first-round pick, I'm going to take Chris Smith out of UCLA. So BJ Boston's a 78 overall. Maybe we should have took Zaire or Jalen Johnson, but no. I'm going to be happy with BJ Boston as we're going to sign him, Orlando, and Chris Smith. Unfortunately, Blake opts in. Now, I'll look in Trade Finder to see if there's a trade that can kind of make sense for me to unload his expiring deal. It might be hard. If not, then I'm just... Do I release him? Because, like, I don't want to play him. I'd rather just play the young guys like Sekou and Chris Smith and all those guys and Jeremy Grant rather than paying him. I mean, I wish I kind of knew because I haven't really released players that are making that much money yet in 2K. I mean, if I release him, I wonder... Is it going to be like a stretch and I'm going to have to pay him $6 million each year? Or can I just pay the expiring contract right now? If we look at the salary cap breakdown, I mean... I don't know. If I release him, is it going to be like a dead cap for the next couple years? Like, I don't want that. Because then I'll just eat the 1 year. Let me actually just see. If I press on release player, Let's see what happens. Unless signed by another team in the next few days, a waive player salary will count against your team's total salary for the remainder of the player's contract. Okay, so I think I'm just going to pay it out next year. We are going to release Blake Griffin. That is pretty big, I know. If we do look at the salary cap breakdown, we can see that we probably have a dead salary for 1 year. Okay, I do not see Blake Griffin's name. Interesting. Oh, I gotta wait 2 days. I forgot. So free agents of our own: Mike Scott, Josh Jackson, Justin Jackson. None of them I really want to bring back. We have 1, 2, 3. We still have Zaire, but 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna sign anybody in free agency. We are gonna renounce the rights on everybody here besides Saban Lee. And after the second day now, let's see, is Blake gonna be in here? Unless he was signed, but I doubt he was signed. So if you look at our salary cap breakdown once again. Not jersey sales, but I actually should look at jersey sales to see kind of who's doing well. I've never really looked at those yet. Blake, is he here yet? No, he is not. As Blake is going to possibly sign with the Bulls on a huge deal. Oh, man, Chicago, what are you doing? Why would you do that, Arturas? As you can see, yeah, Blake Griffin has a dead cap of almost 39 mil. Just for 2022, though, I am perfectly fine with that. Because for us, we can now play our young guys. We don't have to play Blake Griffin. And for Blake, he gets out of Detroit and can sign with maybe a contender. I don't know if that's going to be Chicago next year. And he gets even a long-term deal from them. So Saban Lee takes the qualifying offer. We look at player progression. Seku's up to a 78. He might be the starting power forward or the sixth man, depending on what we do with Jeremy Grant and Sadiq Bey. BJ Boston will be the starting shooting guard. He's got A inside scoring, B mid-range, A-3. Killian Hayes went up. Sadiq Bey went up. Everybody went up besides Mason Plumlee and Saban Lee. So we do have 3 training camps. What I want to use is Killian Hayes to perimeter shooting. I also want to send Sekou Doumbouya to that as well. And then finally, I am going to send BJ Boston a perimeter defense. All right, so we're going to play 31 minutes through our point guard to power forward, as it's going to be Killian, BJ, Jeremy Grant, and Sekou Doumbouya. Mason Plumlee will still be the starting center. That's the starting 5. The bench is going to be Sadiq Bey, Chris Smith, Orlando Robinson, Svi Mikhailiuk, and DeJuan Wright, as Mikhailiuk and Wright aren't going to be playing as much because we kind of know what they are. I want to see what Smith and Robinson can do this year, as guys like Zaire Smith and Jahlil Okafor and Saban Lee won't be playing, unfortunately. If we take a look at system efficiency, 3-star perimeter centric, but we will go to, do we want to go to 7 seconds with this young team? I think so. And then our preseason power ranking, once again, is going to be fairly low, as probably you would expect. Number 30, according to Henry.com. Damn, 2K Sports has us a little bit higher at 23. I would like to see an improvement on wins next year, but I don't think I can expect more than like 32. All right, guys, we actually made the playoffs. Yeah, we overachieved this year. Not going to help because I would have liked to draft another stud to this team. We end up as the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. Luke is your MVP. Cade, Rookie of the Year in Cleveland. Marquise Chris, 6th Man of the Year in New York. Kawhi Defensive Player of the Year. Most improved goes to Tyrese Halliburton. Can't wait to do a Kings rebuild, as Steve Nash is your Coach of the Year. As we do get BJ Boston on All-Rookie First Team, we are taking on the Milwaukee Bucks, a Central Division battle here in Round 1. Looking for revenge for the sweep that happened in 2019. So the Bucks, they still have Giannis or no? They do not. They have Larry Markkinen. They have Daniel Tice, Boogie, Thad Young, Gafford, Damian Lee. Whole new Milwaukee team. Definitely beatable. We take a look at the player stats. We can see that BJ Boston, the rookie, was our leading scorer. 22 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.5 steals a night, 45 from the field, 39 from 3, 84 from the line. Killian Hayes, 17 points, 9 assists, 1.5 steals a night, 43 from the field, 37 from 3, 79 from the line. Sadiq Bey averaged 15 points, shot 41 from 3. I love that as our 6th man for the future. I think that's his perfect spot on the team. Sekou Doumbouya was really good as well. 51 from the field, 40 from 3, 13.5 points, 6.5 rebounds. I don't think he's a restricted free agent, right? Yes, he has 1 more year. Nice. Jeremy Grant kind of went down a little bit. 13.5 points, 30 from 3. Oh, not a good season from Jeremy. He's got 1 year left on his deal. Mason Plumlee is currently hurt. Svi Mikhailiuk, 8 points, 39 from 3. We look at Orlando Robinson, who is now our starting center for the playoffs. 8 and 6. Not too bad if you look at his per 36. Would have been pretty solid. And then DeJuan Wright did that, as you can see. He probably won't be back. Chris Smith wasn't too good. All right, so let's get into this. Game 1, Mason Plumlee is back. You know what? I'm not even going to play Mason Plumlee. Yes, we win, so it doesn't matter. We beat them by 17. BJ Boston drops 28 and 10. Orlando Robinson 19 and 9. Moving on to Game 2, as we pick up the victory, we win by 12. Sekou drops 24 and 8. Sadiq 24 and 4. BJ Boston 17, 6 and 5. Moving on to Game 3, we end up losing by 1. Damn, we lost by, we lost by 12. We now fall up 2-1. So Killian dropped 23 and 9. He was really good. His first playoffs, a lot of these players first career playoff games as we go into game 4 and we're up 3-1. It's looking like we're going to pull off the upset. That's what I'm talking about. Can we do so? Don't blow a 3-1 lead, and we win in 6. If we look at the playoff stats, we can see that Saddiq Bey, our 6th man, is our leading scorer with a true shooting of 71%. Absurd. There's BJ Boston, Killian Hayes. Definitely a better season. Yeah, he was actually really good for us this year. Jeremy Grant stepped it up a little bit in the playoffs. Orlando Robinson's been fine. Yeah, I don't need Mason Plumlee. Might look to move him in the offseason. We'll see, as we're now taking on these Celtics, who are definitely going to beat us. But it was just nice to win a playoff series for this team, as I'm just going to simulate the round and watch us lose. As Killian Hayes, okay, day to day, I'm leaving the rotation the same. We're up 3-2. What is going on? Game 7. What is going on? Are we at full strength right now? Is Killian... Okay, Killian's back. Svi Mikhailiuk is slightly hurt. We're going to a Game 7 in the TD Garden. Can we actually pull off this upset? No. Damn, we were up 3-2 as well. We kind of almost came back in the second half. We ended up losing by 7. You know what? I thought we were going to get swept, so I will take a 7-game series L. As the NBA Finals is going to be between the Mavericks and the Nets, and the Mavericks win in 6 games. Luka's your Finals MVP. No surprise there. So LeBron retires on the Mavericks? What? Melo retires on the Pelicans? Okay, so... yeah, we're going to be looking for a new head coach in this offseason as a bunch of guys get their jerseys retired, or really just 3. We take a look at the draft lottery. I didn't make any trades, so we're not going to have any pick inside the lottery. Our first round pick will be actually at pick 15. So I don't see, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because we were the 6th seed, we won a playoff series, and we have the first pick outside the lottery. Yeah, that makes actually 0 sense to me. Shouldn't it be the 8th seeds? I don't know, but I'll take 15. But even though Dwayne Casey brought us to the playoffs, we are going to fire him. We're going to keep Sidney Lowe, but we are going to fire Micah Nori as well. We're going to look after, or try to sign Eldon Stewart. For CFO, we'll go after Samuel Olsen. And I'm going to try to sign Marlon Garnett, an assistant coach from the Hawks, to be our new head coach. We'll see if they block that. And then for assistant coach, I would love Lionel Hollins. Can we actually get all 4 of these guys? We can, but okay, so we get Hollins and Garnett. I'm going to sign them. And then I want Samuel Olsen, and then we might not be able to get Eldon Stewart. We can really only choose between 1. We get Stewart. Olsen does not sign with us. That is unfortunate. So Jeremy Grant, yeah, we're still going to keep him for 1 more year. We have pick 15 in the draft. I'll see you guys with who I take. I wouldn't be opposed to going after a center here or looking to sign a major center in free agency. Musa Diabetti could be pretty good, but we're going to have Plumlee on the roster. Orlando Robinson, I kind of want to go after one in free agency. So if we're looking at maybe a backup point guard to replace DeLon Wright or Svi Mikhailiuk, we could look at Moses Moody, or we could look at J.D. Davison. So I might sign or draft, J.D. Davison, yeah, to be our backup point guard. Let's do it. And let's see what overall he is going to be. He is a 75. Not too bad. Team player options we're picking up on the 2018 rookies 2020 rookies, I don't know what I'm saying, in Hazen Bay, and picking up on the 2019 rookie in Dumboya. So we're going to give Saban Lee Zaire the qualifying offer for sure. I could always re-announce those. And then looking at top centers in free agency, Mitchell Robinson. Okay, I could get behind Mitchell Robinson. I could also get behind Yusuf Nurkic. No star-studded centers. Obviously I would love DeAndre Ayton, but he's probably going back to Phoenix. Marvin Bagley would be interesting, as he's not too bad in 2K, but it's looking like Sacramento is doing all they can to bring him back. So I'm going to offer Mitchell Robinson a contract. I mean, we could look at power forwards as well. Yeah, nobody really too good there. Damn, Harden ruptured his Achilles, so he's now at 86 overall. I'm surprised his money didn't go down what he was expected to get, but I guess that makes sense. A KD with the Achilles got a max deal. That makes sense though, so never mind. So I'm going to give Nurkic and Mitchell Robinson both contracts. We'll see if we get... Okay, so we can sign them both. I'm not going to do that. We are going to renounce the rights on DeLon Wright, Jahlil Okafor, Zaire. Yeah, we're going to renounce on everybody. Who do I choose? I don't know. I think I'm going to choose Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, he's 24. Nurkic is 28. Better shot blocker. Probably at this stage of his career, a better defender. Nurkic definitely better offensive player, but do we really need offense? I mean, Nurkic is an underrated defender. Oh, man, who do I go after? Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I think I'm going to go after Mitchell Robinson. Just looking at the progression. Yeah, we're going to sign Mitchell Robinson. I wouldn't mind bringing back Svi Mikhailiuk or just one of these guys. Yeah, well, he's not really a good system fit under Marlon Garnett. So I want to bring back one wing player, or we could sign somebody, honestly. So looking at the team, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and then Mitchell Robinson will be 9. Okay, never mind. I do want to move Mason Plumlee if any team will take him on, because I just don't want to play him next year. Okay, so from the Bulls, I'm going to take a 2024 top 10 protected first. That's great value for Mason Plumlee. And the Bulls, yeah, they're getting all the old Pistons with Blake and now Plumlee. So I'm really just going to renounce the rights on everybody else, I think. Yeah, and we're just going to go into next year's season. The starting five is going to be Killian Hayes, BJ Boston, Jeremy, or I think it might be Sadiq Bey. Or no, it's going to be Jeremy Grant, then Sadiq Bey, Doumbouya, and then, yeah, Doumbouya will be the 4. And then the 5 will be Mitchell Robinson. All right, so at player progression, Mitchell Robinson, everybody went up. He's our highest rated player. BG Boston, hopefully we get a huge year 2 out of him. Killian Hayes went up. Everybody went up besides Jeremy Grant. All right, so we do have 3 training camps here. I do want to send Jeremy Grant to perimeter shooting. I also want to do the same with Killian Hayes. And I want to send Mitchell Robinson to low post defense. So he's an elite defensive center now. All right, so we're going to give the front court 32 minutes, the back court 33, and Jeremy Grant 31, with a bench being Sadiq Bey, JD Davison, Orlando Robinson, and Chris Smith. System proficiency under Marlon Garrett, or Garnett, excuse me, is 3-star balanced. Ooh, Jeremy Grant is kind of a horrible fit. I'm going to stick with the balance, but that is, I'm just not a fan of Jeremy Grant. If we're looking at our power ranking according to NBA.com, coming in at a video high in NBA.com at 19 and a video high 11 in 2K Sports. Let's make the playoffs again this year and maybe go to the conference finals. All right, guys, so we end this season over 60 wins. Wait, Killian Hayes won MVP? What? We were the 1 seed in the NBA and in the conference, and Killian Hayes won MVP. I mean, he was really good. This is like a Steve Nash, Chris Paul type MVP season. Obviously, Chris Paul never won one, but like, okay, I'll take it. Chet Holmgren, Rookie of the Year. Tyrese, Sixth Man of the Year. Isaac, Defensive Player of the Year in Dallas. Lonnie Walker, Most Improved. We get Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year and MVP. Yeah, Killian on All-NBA First Team. He is a superstar. Let's freaking go. That's so exciting just that we have an MVP type player on the team. We don't get any other awards here, though, unfortunately. If we look at the first round matchup, we have the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey and Jaden Hardy. What round 1 matchup is this? They're so good. If we take a look at the players, have to knock on wood, everyone is healthy. BJ Boston averaged 27 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 51, 42, 86 splits. All right, he's a stud. Killian Hayes, 22 points, 12 assists, 42 from 3. Sadiq Bey, 17.5 points, 51 from the field, 48 from 3. Literally such a good 6th man. I'm surprised he didn't win that award. Jeremy Grant was actually pretty solid this year. He was the most efficient he has been for Detroit. Like to see that. I probably should have sent him to perimeter shooting more than once. Sekou Doumbouya was pretty good. He'll be a restricted free agent. Mitchell Robinson averaged 11 points, 12 rebounds, 2.3 blocks a night, 65% from the field. There's Orlando Robinson, who was a solid backup center. JD Davison he was all right. He didn't really shoot a lot as the 7th man, and Chris Smith is currently hurt, so Mo Harkless is playing as the 9th man. So, you know what? Let's just get into this. We should beat them, but it's a good Sixers team. Actually, yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if we lost as BJ Boston and Killian Hayes. That backcourt is so good. That could be a backcourt we could see in the future, in a year from now, or no, it would be in 7 months from now. We'll have another NBA draft, so we'll see if maybe the Pistons end up with BJ Boston, as we do lose Game 3 by 1 point. Damn. We could have been up 3-0, and it's 3-1 though. So I think we're going to be fine, as Killian Hayes is actually a superstar. He's a superstar. He develops into be such a good player, and so does BJ Boston, man. Wow, what a duo they are, as Chris Smith is fully healed, so we will bring him back. And I'm not going to play Mo Harkless much anymore, so we'll give him 15 minutes a night. Did we win, though? No, that game didn't go through, as we end up winning in 5. End up winning by 3. This backcourt is literally absurd. So in round 2, we're taking on these Charlotte Hornets, an interesting team with LaMelo Ball and Jalen Green. What a backcourt that is. Holy crap, Jalen Green balled out in round 1, so did LaMelo. They got Gordon Hayward, who is regressing a little bit. PJ Washington, Wendell Carter Jr., Tristan Thompson, Duncan Robinson, Brooke Lopez, and Doug McDermott. That's a good team. Game 1, we win, though, by 14 points. What a great defensive 4th quarter we had there, as LaMelo Ball didn't shoot very well. Jalen Green was all right. Game 2, let's go. We're up 2-0. We won by 36. What another great defensive 4th quarter. Sekou Doumbouya drops 31 points. That's what I'm talking about. Can we go up 3-0? Yes, we can. We win by 15. BJ Boston drops 43. And can we sweep them? No, we cannot, as we ended up getting blown out. Okay. Just don't lose Game 5. Okay. All right. Don't lose Game 6. Just don't do this. Okay, thank God. I was like, are we actually going to blow a 3-0 lead? And we ended up winning by 41 points. All right, are we going to get this? Either way, we're going to get a tough conference finals matchup. We get the Nets, who have Steph and KD. Not in Golden State, on the other coast. It's in Brooklyn. They also have Karis LeVert, JRE, Jared Allen, DeAndre Jordan, Claxton, Smart, and Shamet. All right, let's see what Game 1 goes. We win. All right, this team, guys, when you do rebuilds, you got to get Killian Hayes. This man is actually a superstar and a winning player as, okay, all right. He had 17 assists here in a loss as Curry drops basically 50 points. We're up 2-1, though. Huge win there at the Barclays Center. Please win game 4. Yes, we're up 3-1. We win by 10. Killian Hayes. Oh my god, he's literally the next great point guard. Literally the next great point guard. As we win in 5, we win by 23 points. BJ Boston drops 34. Killian at 22 and 14. All right, on to the NBA Finals against the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray, Andre Jackson out of UConn, Josh Hart, Oscar Tshiebwe out of West Virginia. They do have Jokic, Bobby Portis. Oh, I don't know how that team went to the finals. We should beat them. As Chris Smith breaks his ankle and is out for the year. So in goes Mo Harkless. All right, actual game 1 here. We win. We end up winning by 35 points. Damn, Killian Hayes drops 3-9. He's so good. He is so good, man. 36, 6, and 8. He's actually absurd. This is the Killian Hayes show. It is 2-1 though, so I hope I didn't speak too soon. Jeremy Grant revenge series here, but we're up 3-1. We win by 28 points there as BJ Boston dropped 41. All right, on to game 5. Can we win here at home in the Motor City in the Caesars Palace? I believe that's what their stadium is called. As we are up by 11 points. And it's looking like we are going to be picking up the victory. Killian Hayes has 19 and 9. BJ Boston 21, 4 and 3. Jeremy Grant's got 15. Saddiq Bey has 24 off the bench. Mitchell Robinson with the steal. Killian Hayes wearing number 33. He's running the floor. Can we kick it to Saddiq Bey there? Saddiq Bey pulls up for 3. He makes that. Let's go. Saddiq's got 27 points. This team has actually developed into being like a really well-rounded squad. Killian Hayes with A perimeter D. BJ Boston A-. Jeremy Grant B-. Thought he'd be a little bit better. Saddiq Bey's got A perimeter D and Mitchell Robinson. Oh, I jumped way too early. Can't get a block there as Jokic gets that to go. Look at Saddiq Bey. He's got A+ in every offensive category there. Is that same with BJ Boston? No, he has a B+ in playmaking and an A in mid-range. But yes, Killian Hayes is that good. I want to get a screen for Mitchell Robinson and literally just pull up. Let's see what he can do. Oh, wow. That was a horrible shot. I don't know why I took that. That was embarrassing. I don't know if Killian Hayes is wearing 33 in real life. He might be. Like, Saddiq Bey is definitely wearing 41 as Killian misses the layup. Okay, I've not played well with him in the game. But if we look to see who Finals MVP is, it is Killian Hayes. No surprise there. Well-deserved. Absurd stats in those 5 games. I am really shocked we won it all in year 3. I really thought we were going to need one more offseason. Because on paper, this team, like, really isn't all that good, but BJ Boston and Killian Hayes really balled out for this team. That is going to be for me, though. Thank you all for watching. Drop a like if you guys did enjoy. Let me know in the comments which team we should do next. Don't worry, I do read the comments. I know what you guys are saying, especially you, Apple fanboy. It's coming, it's coming. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.